Okay, so you want a resume that doesn't just sit there on the digital pile, right?
Hmm.
You want it to, like, scream, hire me.
Yeah.
We're diving into a YouTube video that promises exactly that.
Okay.
It's called How to Write an Incredible Resume, with all caps, and the exclamation point,
Bold.
courtesy of Career Vids.
All right.
Now, obviously, no, we can't promise a shower of job offers just from watching one YouTube video,
All right.
but let's at least see if this video lives up to its bold title.
Sure.
And more importantly, what you can steal for your own resume revamp.
Yeah, what's striking to me is how many views this video has.
Oh, yeah.
Like, clearly job seekers out there are really craving a surefire formula,
Mm-hmm.
especially in today's market.
Right.
But I think as we dissect their advice, let's pay attention to how they present it. The style itself, I think, can be really revealing.
You mean, like, is it all hype, or is there actual substance behind the flash? Because they come in strong right away. CareerVids does. Their big claim is that the purpose of your resume isn't to tell your whole life story.
Okay.
It's to get you shortlisted.
Right.
And they even tossed out a 300% increase
Wow.
in hiring chances if you tailor your resume, right?
Okay.
Now, I don't know if I buy that 300%,
Yeah.
but the core message is spot on, right?
Absolutely. I think of it like this.
Okay.
Hiring managers are drowning in resumes, right?
Yeah.
They're not reading these for fun.
No.
They are skimming for keywords and proof that you can actually deliver.
Mm-hmm.
So your resume has to be this laser-focused marketing tool, basically highlighting the exact skills that match each job.
Okay.
Generic just won't cut it.
So Les, here's everything I've ever done and more. I was born to do this job.
Exactly.
But how do you actually achieve that?
That's where this video, I think, gets interesting.
Okay.
They hone in on two crucial sections, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
The personal statement and your achievements.
Okay.
And this is where that YouTube factor we were talking about might be coming into play a little bit. There's a need to simplify and kind of create a sense of urgency for the viewer.
Right, because nobody is watching a 3-hour YouTube tutorial on how to write a resume.
Exactly.
But wait, okay, before we go deeper into those two sections, what about the other parts of a resume?
Sure.
They had like 6 total in the video, right?
They did have 6.
Yeah.
I think for our deep dive, though, we're really focusing on what the video emphasizes
Okay.
and, frankly, what matters most if you want to stand out.
Mm-hmm.
Those other sections, skills, work experience, education, they're important
Yeah.
for providing context, but they're often more standardized.
So the personal statement and achievements, those are the places where you really get to shine,
Exactly.
where you differentiate yourself.
Exactly. Let's start with the personal statement.
Okay.
Now, the example they give in the video, well, let's just say it's a bit predictable.
Okay.
Filled with those buzzwords we all expect to see.
Uh,
Dynamic, results-driven, that sort of thing.
yeah. Those words are so common, they almost lose all meaning.
Right.
It's like trying to stand out by wearing the same outfit as everyone else.
Precisely.
Right.
While the example provides a decent structure,
Mm-hmm.
it lacks that personal touch.
Okay.
And this is where you as a job seeker need to take control.
All right.
So instead of relying on those generic terms,
Yeah.
think about what truly makes you unique.
Mm-hmm.
What specific accomplishments are you most proud of?
So how do you translate that into a killer personal statement then?
Instead of simply stating you're results-oriented,
Okay.
share a concise anecdote about a time you exceeded expectations
Oh.
or achieved a significant milestone.
Okay.
Give them a glimpse of your work style,
Mm-hmm.
your impact.
So less I'm a hard worker and more like, remember that time everyone said it couldn't be done?
Yes.
Well, I did it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Show, don't tell, right?
Yes.
Make it a hook that leaves that hiring manager wanting to know more.
Okay.
Now, speaking of hooks, let's move on to the achievements section.
All right, let's do it.
This is where CareerVids really hammers home the importance of quantifiable results. Like
okay.
showing, not just telling.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of saying like improved customer satisfaction, they want you to say boosted satisfaction scores by 15%.
Right.
Like that's how much customers loved me kind of thing.
Okay, I see what they're doing there, even if it's a little on the nose.
Yeah.
But it's true. Numbers just, they pack a punch.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the difference between me saying I write well versus my blog posts get 10,000 views on average.
Right.
Suddenly I sound way more impressive.
Exactly. Numbers provide instant credibility.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, they appeal to that data-driven mindset that a lot of companies really prize these days.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, when a hiring manager is skimming hundreds of resumes,
Yeah.
those numbers, they kind of jump off the page a little bit more.
So for a listener out there, it's about really digging deep and finding those metrics that back up their awesomeness.
Yes.
Did you exceed a sales goal? Did you shorten a production process by a certain percentage?
Right.
Brag about it, but with the numbers to back it up.
Exactly. And this ties back to that YouTube factor we were talking about.
Okay.
The video throws out these 11 power words that you should be using.
Okay.
Words like achieved, streamlined, exceeded.
Right.
Words that are designed to grab attention fast.
Yeah, some of those are great. They're action-packed. But then some of the other ones, I don't know, like initiated.
Yeah.
Does anyone actually say that in real life?
Right.
It feels so stiff, like I can just picture someone in a suit and tie being like, I initiated that project.
Yeah, you're right. Some words, I think, lose their power through overuse. But I do think the underlying principle is sound.
Okay.
Like, imagine you're that hiring manager, you're facing this mountain of resumes.
Yeah.
Those power words, they kind of act as signposts, right?
Oh, okay.
Guiding their eye to your key accomplishments.
I like that.
It's about understanding how people read, or rather skim, in this digital age.
Yeah, right. It's like you're strategically bolding certain words so that even when they're just doing that quick scan,
exactly,
their best stuff still pops out.
Mm-hmm.
You're right, though. You don't want to overdo it with those power words.
Right.
Because then it just gets to be too much.
Too much, yeah.
Like that friend who uses way too many emojis in every text message.
Exactly. You've got to find that balance.
Right.
Now let's talk about the presentation style of the video itself.
Ah, yes, the YouTube factor in all its glory.
Yeah.
We talked about the fast cuts, the calls to action. It definitely creates this sense of urgency, like you need to revamp your resume this second.
Yeah.
Or you're going to miss your chance.
Which, let's be honest, can be a powerful motivator.
Yeah.
But I think it's worth considering how this format might impact the advice itself.
Oh, that's interesting.
Like, would they be pushing those power words as hard if they weren't also trying to keep viewers glued to their screens for those precious watch time minutes?
Okay.
Something to think about.
It's like, does the medium become the message?
Yeah.
Whoa, that's kind of deep for a Tuesday. But I see what you mean.
Right.
It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of a fast-paced video, especially when you're feeling all the pressure of a job search.
Exactly. And that's why I think it's so important to be a critical consumer of information.
Yeah.
No matter where you find it. Take the useful bits.
Okay.
Like tailoring your resume, quantifying those achievements.
Yeah.
But always be aware of the context.
So how do we help our listener navigate this then? What's like the big takeaway?
I think the biggest takeaway here is that there is no one-size-fits-all solution.
Okay.
The CareerVids video offers some valuable tips, no doubt.
Yeah.
But it's not the be-all and end-all of resume writing. The most compelling resumes are the ones that reflect your unique skills and experience.
Okay.
Not just a bunch of generic buzzwords.
It's about finding your own voice,
Yes.
your own story, and then using these techniques to package it in a way that grabs their attention and makes you memorable.
Exactly.
And maybe ditching initiated from your vocabulary while we're at it.
Yes, please.
Seriously, who even talks like that?
You're not wrong.
Okay.
Now, one final thought for our listener to ponder.
Sometimes it feels like this whole job search process wants you to fit into some kind of perfect cookie-cutter mold, you know?
Oh, totally.
But the truth is, your uniqueness is your superpower.
Oh, I love that.
It really is, though.
Yeah.
And this video, with its focus on like formulas and power words, it kind of loses sight of that sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, yes, there are strategies to stand out.
Right.
But not at the cost of sounding like every other candidate out there.
Exactly. It's like that saying, right? Be yourself, everyone else is taken.
Yes.
But at the same time, you do need to be polished and professional and grab that hiring manager's attention.
So how do we square that circle?
This is where I think tailoring your resume becomes really key. And I don't just mean like swapping out the company name at the top.
Yeah.
I'll give them credit. They actually get this part right.
Okay.
You need to treat each application like a custom-made suit. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Not one size fits all.
Oh, I've so been there earlier in my career.
Yeah.
I used to just fire off the same resume to every job posting.
Right.
If it even remotely matched my skills, it was exhausting and honestly pretty ineffective.
It's like using the same pickup line at a bar, regardless of who you're talking to.
Right.
Not very charming, is it?
Not at all.
Each job description, it's like they're sending you these little signals.
Okay.
What are their pain points? You know, what are the ideal candidates' strengths?
I see it.
Reflect that back at them.
So it's less about cramming in every single thing you've ever done.
Yeah.
And more about curating the highlights reel that's most relevant to them.
Exactly.
It's almost like you're having a conversation with the job description itself.
Yes. Exactly. And just like in a good conversation, you want to highlight shared interests.
Oh, well.
Demonstrate that you've done your homework and you understand their needs.
Show them you're listening, basically.
Exactly.
So to wrap up this deep dive, it seems like the CareerVids video offers some useful tactics, quantifiable achievements, strong verbs.
Right.
But the real magic happens when you infuse those tactics with your own unique story.
Yes.
And tailor it to each specific opportunity.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
And maybe ditching initiated from our vocabulary altogether.
Yes, please. Let's just retire that word.
All right, everyone, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Gone.
It's gone. Initiated is out the window.
I love it.
And that is a wrap on another deep dive.
It's a wrap.
We hope this episode has armed you with the insights and the inspiration you need to craft a resume that truly sings.
Yes.
Remember, your job search is a journey, not a race.
Very true.
And your unique talents deserve to be celebrated.
You do.
Until next time, happy job hunting.